Let's tighten up.
Yo, what up?
Right, rest in peace, DMX. As y'all heard the intro. That's OD2X gonna give it to you. Hey, back here again, my guy Dom. How's it going, man?
Going good, bro.
All right, it's been what?
Man.
Hey, we definitely gonna get into a lot of draft things today, but first off, remember, follow me at my personal Twitter at the _P Shark. Follow me at LBR Tighten Up as the podcast Twitter page, and follow LB Real Media, and follow the rest of Let's Be Real Media family. Let's Be Real podcast, LBR Sports 901. I don't know Sports Pod, my guy Savage. And speaking of Savage, what's good? What's good, fellas? What's good, my guy? And got a new podcast coming out soon. Scooting with Sheedy, so. Can't wait. Doing big things over there. Let's Be Real Media. Might just tune in. But as usual, talking Titans. First off, before we get to our mock drafts, but this show really we're going to talk about first Jim Schwartz. Show both our mock drafts. Then we'll go to the NFL news with the number changes. But before we start anything, we got to give a huge shout out to former Titan Eddie George,
Man,
new coach.
I'm happy, boy. Southern Heritage Classic. Here we all come.
Shout out, man. We from Memphis. Although Dom is now living in Dallas. He's from Memphis. I am from Memphis. Am in Memphis. So the Heritage Classic, September 11th. You got Eddie George coaching Tennessee State. You got primetime Deion Sanders coaching Jackson State. Hey, this is gonna get no better. Now you know what's so funny. When I was younger, and you probably did this too, man. Did you used to go to did you used to lead a classic at halftime?
I never went to the classic.
You didn't? Wow.
Man. We went to the game. We was in the parking lot.
Right. We went to tailgate. We went in the game for the first half. Watched the halftime show, the Battle of the Bands.
I probably should. I actually probably should. You know what? This year, that's what I should do. I'll probably watch like the first quarter and then maybe the third quarter or whatever.
Mm-hmm. See, we might tune in and stay the whole time. Now we're both new there.
Right. I want to see both of them do it. I want support, man.
Right.
Those two are some of my favorite players.
Right.
That Fisher gonna be on the sideline. It's gonna be nice.
He talking about getting Hugh Jackson and Ray Lewis over there like this. Man, shout out to Eddie George, man.
Right. Really his best life.
All right, man. But first up, man, we got the return of Jim Schwartz. He would be the senior defensive assistant. Is the title. But I mean, what are your thoughts on the hire? I know a lot of Titans fans are most of them are happy, but a lot of them are kind of, you know how fans get. You get a little eerie, like, oh, what's going on?
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, I'm just happy that he's back in Tennessee. I don't care what his position is. I don't know. I don't know what his job title actually means, nor will we probably ever find out from Mike Vrabel. But that's okay, because any defense Schwartz has been a part of, he's at least had a great blitzing defense or great pressure defense. And we gonna benefit from this. I think Shane Bowen will benefit from this. I think some of the players will benefit from this. And then more than likely, Jim Schwartz is gonna benefit for this if he actually ever wants to go back to coaching. So hopefully it all works out.
Yep, I agree. I made a tweet. Not too long after the hire, I was like, one, I love it. Two, that's what I think people was like, is it a power struggle? Shane Bowen. Does this mean Vrabel is out? I'm like, I saw Jim Schwartz become a head coach at Detroit. It wasn't so good. some people just need to be coordinators. Him as defense coordinator on point. Our coordinator, Eagles coordinator, Savage, facts, Eagles fan right there. He's good as coordinator, as head coach. No, so Vrabel job. No, I doubt J-Rod did this to try and ease Vrabel out the door. Like, chill out. Like, I never heard of a fan base. They're like the people who are happy about us winning are accepting mediocrity. But
yes,
we've had five straight winning seasons.
I think so. Or
yeah, we won 9-7 4 straight years. Then we won 11-5.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yep, it's 5. So I'm like, since J. Robbins got here, we've been winning. I understand you don't want to get complacent, yada yada, but I'm like, I haven't for 10 years. We didn't win. We didn't make the playoffs. Probably longer, really. So
it was dark, man. It was a dark time.
Like, J. Robbins, we're not average. Like, we got to the AFC Championship. Like, it's hard to win a ring out. Like,
yeah, if it was easy, everybody would have one.
Exactly, and be mindful. Like, we had an inconsistent quarterback throughout 3 of those 9-7 seasons.
Yep.
And Mariota. So you kind of, I mean, the fact we even got to 9-7 something years, like our fan base, they need to chill a little bit, just a little bit, just a tad.
I agree, because though I know I said in the old podcast that I felt like the season was a letdown, we still outperformed what it should have been. Like, I mean, everybody thought our season was over when the whole team got COVID. Like, there were teams talking about we should cancel the whole season.
Right.
Then, if you think about it, this is the first real season Ryan Tannehill had an offense by himself. And he kind of flourished even more as the season went on. And obviously Derrick Henry still just running over people. He probably dreams about trucking people. I don't know.
Look at his off-season workouts.
Right. The man is angry all the time. But, we still did better than we could have imagined. We won a division. So that's why I'm trying to relax. I'm not even going after John Robinson. People have been calling for John Robinson's head. I have no idea what they're talking about. Forget first-round draft picks. Okay,
one bad draft.
Right. Like, so what? He had a bad draft. And I
respect him.
Yeah.
I respect him because most people in his situation, most GMs don't admit to their mistake. For one. He basically said, all right, I messed up the first-round pick. We try and trade him or we're going to cut him. We traded him, swap 7-round picks. Now, look, I hope Isaiah Wilson get better. I hate that. I'm not the type of person wish ill will on anybody. And I'm like, when he left, I was like, hopefully he gets better. Then he wanted to not show up if he's good and gets cut. So I'm like, I really hope this might turn his life around. But the thing with John Robinson is he did it. I said he did it with Parrish Cox a couple years ago when he was struggling in the Bears game, cut him right after the game.
Yes.
Last year he cut Vic Beasley. Who is the long snapper?
Oh yeah, Bo
Brinkley. Yeah.
Man. Like, and it was bad too. They just basically told him he was trash.
Right. I'm like, bro, he doesn't, like, when he makes a mistake, he's gonna correct. He's gonna, like, okay, I'm gonna go and watch away with it. Ain't no point of trying to say I'm gonna live with this mistake like most GMs would do.
Yeah.
If you mess up on a first round pick like that, most GMs say, "Oh no, we're gonna try to make this work." John Robinson says, "Oh no, it ain't gonna work. Bye bye."
Wait till you see my draft, and you'll see how I feel about first round pick.
Fire click, hire slow. Don't waste time when you. Thank you. Right. Like,
right.
Tell the rest of Italian Nation that Savage, man. Or should I say Coach Savage?
LAX.
But yeah, that's our thoughts, man. We like Jim Schwartz. Like I said, I think Tom Bowen, they hired him to be the defensive coordinator. He's still young though, right? So you bring in Jim Schwartz to help him, aid him in that process. I think he offered Dean Pease the same exact position, but Dean Pease didn't want it.
Right.
He wanted to still remain the coordinator. So he got somebody in who is willing to kind of guide and help Shane Bowen to eventually be a good defensive coordinator, hopefully.
Right.
And he revamping the whole defense. So last time recorded was actually the first day, not the first day of free agency, but the first day of the tampering period. So literally, Corey Davis signed right before I was about to start the show, signed with the Jets, and all that happened. So since I last recorded, Dory Jackson been cut. We signed Josh Reynolds. Like who else got cut? Dennis Kelly got cut at the same time as the
God,
story. So
man. That hurt right there. The Undertaker, that
yeah,
hurt.
man, we signed George Jenkins. Also, other news: Jadavion Clowney is suspected to sign with the Browns.
Yeah.
So the Browns making moves. His thing is healthy. He can stay healthy. Him and Myles Garrett, that could be a little dangerous. But and you saw what they did us last year, so I'm not about to say nothing bad about the Browns. That SmackDown they gave us, so
forget them. I'll say it, forget them. Probably we're not even play it down for them. We don't know.
I can say forget them, but I can't talk bad and talk about this law or nothing. But let's get to these mock drafts, man. So who you want me to go first or you go first, Mr. Trade Machine?
You got it. I want to see what you got, man.
All right, let me share my screen. Savage, you go with the eyes. All right, let me try to zoom in a little bit for you. So, man, I ain't gonna show like the rest, like the other teams who they selected, because I wasn't about to select for everybody. Because we actually doing that on Let's Be Real. In a couple weeks, we're gonna have like a draft, mock draft show, and Savage already gave us teams. I can't hit. None of us picking our favorite team, so we got different sets of teams. Matter of fact, I think I got who I got. I'm about to check now. He gave me the teams I'm drafting for would be the Dolphins, the Chargers, the Colts, and the Bills.
Oh, so he would put them up like that? Okay.
Yeah, he would give me the Colts. So I'm gonna pick somebody bad on purpose. I gotta do my research, man. But here go. I got like I said, this draft, man, Zach Wilson was number 9. We all know he going number 2 to the Jets. So a lot of this stuff was like, what kind of picks they making? But I think around the Titans range, it's gonna be correct how they went. But Rashad Bateman and Elijah Moore both went at 20 and 21, like literally right before this pick. So literally, I had my pick of Greg Newsome or Caleb Farley, Terrace Marshall Jr. from LSU, the wide receiver, Kadarius Toney. Who else are we thinking about? Phillips, the defense, the edge rusher. Can't think Jaleel Phillips, I think. And so forth. So I ended up going with Greg Newsome. I think he was the highest rated cornerback at that time, highest rated player on the board. And that's how I've been always. Select the best player, select the top prospect on our board at a position of need. And he was the top prospect on the board left at a position of need. So that's what I took. Second round, man, we need edge rushers all day. So that's why I took top player at a position of need. Joseph Wasai from Texas. Got me a wide receiver. I don't know his number 85 pick is third or second round. I think it's third.
That's third.
Yeah. Amon Ross St. Brown from USC, and Savage just said he loved that pick. Yep. Top player on the board at a position of need. Wide receiver.
He dropped it that one. So yeah, that works.
So pretty solid receiver. Took me an offensive tackle, top player. I literally just took like who was top player in the position of need, man. Man, I don't know. Now, after we get later in the rounds, I don't know much about them players. I ain't gonna front. I'm about to do a little more research, preparing for our later my last mock draft for the Titans and mock drafts I got to do for LBR. But Patrick Jones II, I know about him from Miami. Formerly the U, but just the University of Miami these days. Pretty decent. Like I said, another edge rusher, position of need. Took me a safety. Josh Palmer, I know about him as a Tennessee Vols fan. He's actually pretty good. They have a quarterback throwing on the ball. So nice depth option receiver. Then the inside D lineman, which is ironic. Daquan Jones and Naquan Jones. We're going to replace Daquan Jones with Naquan Jones.
Oh, my God.
So this is my mock draft. What you think about it?
Man, that's a well-balanced draft. You hit everything. And I'm also in the wheelhouse of more defensive focused drafts, because that's what the biggest need is. Like, I think on offense, once you get that tackle and that wide receiver, man, like you're set, because the tight ends.
Yeah, it's no tight ends. No good tight ends.
They're all going like third round. Once you get past the third round, there's probably one tight end you actually want left.
Man.
And, you don't really want to mortgage a tight end in the 5th round when you still got a need for, like a safety or whatnot. So I just, that's why I always felt like John Robinson should get more picks in this draft if he can. Like, if we can move down, get you some picks, baby, because we got big needs. Like, I know most people don't know much about Money Hooker outside of Tennessee, but he's probably going to be our starter.
Oh, he's the starter. Ain't no probably. We cut Kenny Vaccaro because of him.
Yes.
And he was better than Kenny Vaccaro last season.
He was.
So he deserved to be the starter.
Yep. And I feel like we still need a safety to replace his position because we ran the big nickel a lot.
Really replace Dane Cruikshank was hurt last year. So really he's gonna replace his position. So we need somebody to replace Dane Cruikshank's position essentially.
Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of need, especially in depth. And this whole 3 linebacker or 3 edge outside linebackers thing they doing, don't like that at all. Like, I think we need about a good 6-man guy rotation, and not even just like let 3 of them or 4 of them play. Like, we need 6 of them because
look at my draft board. For that reason, I was like, yeah, we're gonna need a little more. I don't need Harold Landry playing 100% of the snaps again. I need 4 of Bud Dupree-Wharton miss a couple games. I need Joseph Asai to come in and step up, and Patrick Jones to give us some depth. Like, yeah, we need the players get tired, man. We can go on that line, they get tired. It's some big bodies hitting each other every play, man.
Yep. And also, like, I think it's important that we also keep next year's free agency and draft in mind as well, because we got guys who are going to be on contracts or be up for contracts like Harold Landry. Mm-hmm. Like, are we going to pay him or are we going to let him go? Because though he's been good for us, he probably might pull Corey Davis on us and want more money than what we can give him.
Hey, I ain't seen 10 sack season, so
right. Like, that's so I'm okay with us drafting his replacement if need be.
Right. True.
And like your draft is great. I always feel like taking the best player with the 1st round draft pick is probably the best option, unless it's a wide receiver. But
right, so against why are you so against us taking? Well, I guess because you really like. Well, I like Josh Reynolds too, so you really just think highly of Josh Reynolds.
Well, no, it ain't even about him. Honestly,
I mean, he's no receiver.
Our history of 1st round draft picks is trash. Like Kevin Dyson.
With wide receivers.
Yeah, as important as Kevin Dyson was for us.
Yeah. Man, we passed the Randy Moss.
We like the ball on that draft. And then if you think about Corey Davis' draft, like there have been guys who have produced more for their teams than Corey Davis has.
That case, all wide receivers in the 1st round actually didn't. Because Mike Williams, I mean, him and Corey Davis pretty much done the same thing. Who else? Was a bust from Cincinnati, Mr. 422. I can't think of his name right now.
John Ross.
Yeah, John Ross. Yeah, definitely. That man was a bust. Yeah, it's definitely deep draft for receivers.
Yes. So I feel like we're not drafting a starter wide receiver. Because guess what? We don't need one. We got one. And then we need just another guy to be able to catch passes when A.J. Brown is double teamed, which will be more than likely. And then, run the ball. Because that's what we're going to do.
Oh, and also, don't forget, I think highly of Darrington Evans. And if he's healthy, utilize him in the passing game out the backfield.
I agree. He had... he proved to me in that one game where he got like 10 touches. Like, okay, that dude can play.
Yeah, he got some speed too.
He can play.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean.
And with 17 games, Derrick Henry going to need a little rest in 17-game season now. Like, yeah, Darrington Evans. I thought about taking a running back later on. Oh, you know what? Kenneth Gainwell was sitting there in that 3rd round, and I really thought, I sat there, I was like, nah, we need to receive. We're going to give me St. Brown.
Yeah, he went way too early. I agree, man. Like, because I did I did a whole bunch of different drafts.
Man, show yours. Let's go ahead.
Huh?
Let's go show yours.
Okay. Let's see if I can share this screen. See how it look. Share screen. Screen sharing is easiest with too much. Okay. Oh, okay, that's dope. I can actually pick from the screen. 1 second. Lower these and bow. Come on now. I haven't actually did it on this one before.
There you go.
Wow, there we go.
How you get Elijah Moore at 44? You made some track, boy. I'll tell you, that man went number 20 on my joint. I was like, bro, I know he didn't jump up that high. I know he ran the 4.34, but come on.
Right.
He's still 5'9".
Right. Like, I mean, it's if you think about it, everybody had him in the second round until his pro day.
Right.
And right after that, he like top 10, 15, 20. He going 20, top 20. I'm like, come on, man. Like, you still gonna want him in the slot. That's what he really does his best work.
Exactly. I can't draft a slot receiver in the first round, bro. I'm sorry. I love Elijah Moore. I can't first round pick. Like, I'd rather have Terrace Marshall Jr. because he ran 4.3 and he's 6'2".
Right. He actually does play both inside and out and produces. And I think Terrace Marshall Jr. was like top 3 in touchdowns over the last 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want. That's what you really want.
Yep.
So I am no longer known as Dom. You can just call me Trigger Trader Dom because I went Trader Happy. I wanted to find a draft where you had options. And now, though this all turned out like this wasn't how, like the first time I did, this wasn't how it looked. This is just the best. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but
Afitu.
Yes, that boy is Afitu. Yeah, that boy is cold, and he got size. And I got tired of watching our little bitty corners, 2 yards off the ball because either they were too scared or too slow.
Right.
So I'm drafting for size. I'm drafting for size. I need guys who are athletes. I need depth, and that's what I wanted. Like, as you see, and by the way, this trade right here works every time.
See that giant 28.98 for 22. Yeah. Okay.
Like, in every single platform I used, that's the trade right there. So maybe, just maybe, John Robinson, if you ever watched this game plan right here, man. By the grace of God, Elijah Moore, he fell all the way to the second round. And I wasn't gonna pass him up like
what's funny is I did the thing twice, bro. He went before my pick both times.
Yeah.
On that trade.
I've seen it.
Before number 22. I was like, bro, I know this man's not going number 20, bro. If he do, Lee.
Like the Colts don't even need another wide receiver, and they draft him. Like that's happened to me. Like,
but they might do that just to spite us, though.
Yes,
like teams do that.
Yes, and so I wanted to get as many picks in the first 3 to 4 rounds that I could, because that's where, if you're not in the first 20, I believe the second, third, and fourth round is where you're gonna get the bulk of your either guys that can be starters or guys that you at least want as a backup role who will get in the game. So I wanted to get as many guys that we will need in that range. And so Elijah Moore obviously had to get him.
Mm-hmm.
He was a guy that I had to look up, and I really liked his size and speed more than anything. Jamin Davis has been going in the first round in a lot of mocks. So the fact that he dropped all the way to third, I had to get him. And then this is in case Rashad Evans, he don't play right. Yeah, we got somebody for him.
And not only that, both him and Jayon are taking free agents next summer. So you got to we slick need to draft linebacker as well in case we lose a pair of linebackers next offseason.
Like I said, we need linebackers. We need edge. We need all that on defense. So Osa, he's actually a guy that's going in the second round a lot. So me getting him in the third, that's in case Daquan Jones doesn't get signed. And then obviously Daquan, if he did, that'll be a 1-year deal. So we got him a good serviceable backup. He kind of reminds me a little bit of Jarrell Casey.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to put that much pressure on him, but you know how much we like Jarrell Casey. And Brevin Gordon.
Jarrell Casey went to USC, didn't he?
Yep.
And also UCLA, so you want to get the rival,
huh? I mean, as long as he played like him, I don't even care. With Osa, I mean not Osa, but with Brevin, I drafted him because
he was gone on mine.
Huh?
He was gone on mine.
Yeah.
I would have took him that round too.
A lot of people are saying that he reminds them of Jonnu. He's very athletic, has some decent yards after catch. He's not going to burn like Jonnu. I don't think he runs a 4.3. But if you got a guy that can take a 5-yard route and take it to 15, I like that. And Jamar Johnson, this is a guy that literally will play your slot corner. He'll play your free safety, your box safety, and if you need to, he'll definitely get out there on special team and make something happen. So I was happy about that. Spencer Brown, this guy is huge and athletic. He ran a 4.9. And I mean, like 6 foot. Yeah.
Wow.
That's outside right tackle right there. He, you know, a lot of raw talent, but that's okay. If he's gonna start out as the backup, and this guy got Isaiah Wilson size, but he's athletic and can move like that. Like I think his poor jump was like 11 and a half or something. Like it was crazy.
Nice.
Like he's the guy that you want to put on the field to get used and get ready to start eventually. Like he was going in a lot of second round drafts. Definitely stole your idea with Patrick Jones.
Oh man, I got them mixed up. I don't know why I was thinking Miami. Yeah, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I was thinking about I can't think of it's a Miami edge rusher. That's what I got mixed up with. But yeah.
Is it Greg Rosumi or something?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. He's been dropping too. He actually, man, like I think today he actually just missed his medical evaluation because he got COVID.
Wow.
Horrible time. But
COVID's still here.
Keep dropping.
Yeah, COVID's still here.
Yes. Like I should probably,
Man.
It's bad with COVID. But hopefully he's all right. Wish him well. And please keep dropping him.
Keep dropping.
Because he's gonna get drafted by the Tigers.
But I have seen Patrick Jones tape though. He solid
work. Yeah. And
great depth piece.
And so I noticed that a lot of John Robinson's drafts, he drafts a lot of like SEC guys and big name schools at the top, can't miss guys, and at the bottom, he gets small schools.
Yeah.
Nobody knows him, so he's not even like worried about somebody else to get him. He's gonna get him. And so guys like Patrick Jones, if you never see his tape, you wouldn't know who he is, but the boy can play.
Yeah, exactly.
Puka Williams, the running back, he's a forgotten name, but I feel like with an opportunity, he could really flourish in like a good system that allows him to get in space. He's not going to be the second back because I think Darrington Evans will have that, but you need another change of pace back or a guy that can, catch the ball out of the field, do something razzle dazzle. I think he ran like a 4.36.
God damn. Like, you know what? Everybody can be running 4.3s. We didn't have the combine. Everybody doing these pro days. Were they doing a little regular side? Nah, you know what? Something about that. Right. Everybody running 4.3s.
I think the NFL player said it best. Like, this is the fastest draft ever.
Yeah, everybody running 4.3, right? I ain't just talking about him. You talk about Elijah Moore, man. Everybody running 4.3.
So, in Trey McKitty, he's actually one of the top 10 tight ends, which isn't saying too much.
That's a last name, bro.
I know he got teased in high school.
Right.
Mr. McKitty. But he's another – I really picked him up because he was the best player available. He was the guy that graded around 4th round, and, there he is in the bottom of the 6th. And it's funny because I thought to myself, he's about the same as Brevin Jordan, but he blocks better than Brevin Jordan.
There we go.
So I wanted depth, and plus, now we don't really have to worry about tight ends no more. We got our 4 tight ends. We're good.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Mr. I got picked up in every single Titans stimulated draft I did. Aaron Jackson, every one, and that's every time. He's a nice unknown edge rusher that got hard like crazy, and he's big. He really supposed to be a 4-3 end, but he's not. He's like nimble. Like he's a guy that if he can put it all together, man, he'll be a great rotational piece for us.
Nice. I mean, even the 4-3 end thing with Jim Schwartz there, I mean, he's always at the 4-3 defense. So it lets me know we're going to do some multiple looks. We're going to have 3-4, 4-3, 4-2-5, whatever you name it. We're going to have all of it.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Nice. And like that, it might went down. So we got 9 picks. I mean, you went and traded and got 11 of them things. So, yeah. And, John Robinson's the type of GM that would do something like this. Just wheel and deal, get more picks, get depth. I mean, this is all depth.
Yeah, like I feel like if he doesn't trade, then there's obviously somebody right there that he really, really wanted. But I mean, if Caleb Farley, Greg Newsom, Jace Horn are gone, and then no good right tackles, and let's just say wide receivers are dropping to the second, which I think that's what happened last year.
Yeah.
If that happens, I'm trading back. I don't need you guys.
That one guy, Tevin Jenkins, who's like jumping on Titans. But he was every time it came to the 22 pick, he was gone. Both simulations I did, he was gone 3 or 4 picks earlier. So I was like, man, every top player I want to get, they gone.
Yep, I agree. That's why I feel like it's important for John. Speaking just like of John Robinson and the team, it's important to them to not be like combine hungry or like pro day hungry, because these guys that are shooting up on the board, like nobody knew who Tevin Jenkins was. I think I saw a mock draft, somebody's mock draft a month ago where the dude was like in the 4th round.
Right.
He was in the 1st. I honestly believe that these guys are benefiting from just only doing pro days and no combines. And we need to keep that in mind, because anybody with any experience in the NFL knows, like, okay, them practices and the pro days, they're only to benefit the player. There's nothing real about them at all.
Man, for sure. Let me show you. I mean, so this one I didn't take seriously because I was just practicing, messing around with it. But I just about to pull up my first mock draft that I pulled up. I see we got some more viewers. Please, this mock draft that I'm about to pull up, this was just me just picking. I was trying to learn how to pick. I still think it's that bad, but I selected some positions that we didn't really need, and my strategy ain't really that style. So you see the screen. Jalen Phillips was number 1, which I think that would be a good pick from. Yeah, that's the one that's from University of Miami. Asante Samuel Jr. fell to the 2nd round at the 2nd pick for me. But after that, Trey Smith, I would love that pick, but we need a tackle. He's a guard. So
wait on that, because he actually might be able to swing out to right tackle.
I was thinking, because he was, when Tennessee called him Tennessee fan, when we recruited him, and he was the number 1 left tackle.
Yeah,
when coming out of high school, and he converted to guard. So I need to look at more of his grade to see, like, do they think he can move back to tackle? But to your point, I did think like that a little bit. Like I said, this one I was just kind of picking. I was like Trey Smith there, but I like maybe he can go back to tackle, but I'm still unsure. The Kenny Gainwell, I looked there, I was like, you know what? the Memphis and me just could not do it, man. Then Patrick Jones fell once again. And it seemed like I'm gonna get him on every single draft board I do.
Hey.
Bryce Thompson, like I said, I know Tennessee.
Well, you went SEC crazy.
I did. You see Bryce Thompson, and he's pretty decent corner. Tyreek Gillespie. The Memphis and me I couldn't do it, man. DeMonte Coxey. I actually went to search for him when I got to that pick. I was like, nah, what DeMonte Coxey is? So like I said, this boy really, there was one of them just like, let me have fun. I didn't really take this one too seriously. And like I said, SC crazy, Landon Young in Kentucky inside the.
Hey man. Hey, again, at least you stayed well balanced. Like,
yeah.
You got the picks that we needed. I'm actually shocked you waited wide receiver that late.
Like I told you, I was playing around. Because all the wide receivers I wanted were gone.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, at least on my second board, St. Brown was there in the third round, man. I mean, every time my pick came up, it was straight edge rushers.
Believe me when I say, like, I feel like
I seriously almost took like 7 edge rushers on that first one because it was like straight edge rushers every time at the top of my board. I was like, man, this is tempting.
That's why I feel like that it's gonna be like that. Like, there's a huge edge rusher class. There's a huge wide receiver class. Like, if people keep in mind that we don't have to draft the best wide receiver available, and you can actually just wait, you still gonna get depth because
we already got a superstar.
Yeah, like
and Josh Reynolds is a heck of a second or third option because for his price.
Yeah. We'll see what he does.
I know he don't drop passes. I watched him. I had him on my fantasy team, so I know a little bit about Josh Reynolds. He's pretty solid. Yeah, he ain't no slouch.
For what that offense was, it took them forever to get going. The entire first half of the season, almost. I think he produced the numbers that was needed, and then he was the third wide receiver, but he still did better than any third wide receiver we had. So
right.
Now he's gonna start out the 2. I don't care who we draft. He's gonna at least start out the 2.
Right.
For him to keep that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we give up a first for a guy who may not see the field much for the first 3 or 4 games. But it's about to be a very interesting season.
Yeah, I'm glad. So this year, unlike last year, they didn't get a chance to get hands on. Well, they did. Well, they had to scout. They had the actual combine before COVID hit, but they didn't have the pro days. So I've been seeing videos. J. Rob and Mike Vrabel have been everything. They've been doing the same thing, hands on. Vrabel getting out there, doing what he do in practice.
John Robinson got out there like.
I said John Robinson got there one time. Yep.
Yeah, I was like, okay, all right, John. I forget who the guy. I think it was the linebacker from Notre Dame.
Yes. What's the man's name? I can't think of it right now because the Eagles was thinking about Savage, and Eagles was thinking about getting him. I shared a tweet with somebody else. One of the guys from Titans, Lombardi, and he had posted something about him.
Yep.
I'm about to look for that now.
So I really think we have a chance to just build up on our team, and even if we don't trade down, we got 9 picks. That's a lot.
Right.
The amount of depth that we can build on that I'm at least getting two linebackers, one edge and one inside guy for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We can get a guard, we can get a tackle, we can get a wide receiver, tight end. Like, we got so many different options to go. And then we're 11 win team.
Right.
That's a real thing to keep in mind. We got all these draft picks, 4 in the first 100. We're 11 win team.
And our fan base is like we're a 5-win team. Go figure.
Man,
in a conference where 11 wins, like you had to get 11 wins just to even win your division.
Like you got our year.
You potentially could not make playoffs with 10 wins in our conference. Like, keep this in mind.
Well, I mean, apparently that only happens when we're winning because the previous 3 years, I think if you won 10 games, you at least tied it first.
Yeah, we won 9-7. Yeah, we made playoffs twice in 9-7. So yeah.
But now you got to win 11 games. Man, forget them Colts.
Right. But let's get to the NFL news. First up, I did want to point out, I definitely wanted Jeff Gladney last year when we were all pissed off when we took Isaiah Wilson. He just didn't get arrested. I know he's in some trouble. So we may have avoided. I mean, we still took a wrong player anyway because Isaiah Wilson didn't turn out. But Jeff Gladney, I don't think we would have done any better if we took him as well. as apparently. So hindsight is 2020, but look like we were doing last year for first round pick regardless, no matter who we took.
That's why I'm along the line of I get it. I know that they are, a hot commodity, but picks are just picks. They don't always pan out, and it doesn't make or break your season. You literally can win 11 games without your first round pick.
Without all your picks, apparently, because Christian Fulton, Terrence was hurt. And the quarterback you selected, Cole McDonald, didn't even make the roster.
Yeah, we didn't have.
So I think who's that? Murchison? Laurel Murchison?
I think he played in the first 5 or 6 games and was gone after that.
So that was it. Also news, I didn't have it on the task, but until final notes come out with Deshaun Watson, the story is starting to look a little shaky now. 22 cases. I think I heard this morning that his lawyer pretty much said that it was consensual with some of the women. So now it's like, okay, you just admitted that you actually did have sex with the girl. So I hate it. I hate this whole thing for him. I mean, but he put himself in that situation. Hopefully, when I say this on LPR, we thought when it first came out, I was very middle. I was like, this seems fishy. I don't think he did it, but I don't know him personally.
Right.
I wasn't there with him. I can't say it seems fishy, but I mean, this is a serious case, right? Now, more information coming out, and I was like, okay.
Right.
It's weird to have it's a lot of different massage therapists to have.
What?
22 and really more, like 40, because 18 women came out, massage therapists came out on his side, talking about, oh no, he's not like that. That's a lot of massage therapists, bro. Like,
and then when you think about it, he got them from IG.
Right.
I think that's the strangest detail of majority of this. Not because there's always gonna be a stigma with massage parlors. I get it. Patriots owner got in trouble for the same thing. The problem that I have is that he at least was in a massage parlor. You got girls coming from IG, and now you just that's not smart. Like, you are worth over $100 million, and the best you could do was IG.
Yeah,
I would have had a traveling. My massage therapist would have been an in-house massage therapist living with me if I needed him like that.
Right.
Get a girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever.
Oh no, it's good. No, it's good. And the thing is, he got a nice looking girlfriend, but because when I got Tuka tried to say, he was like, man, you see Deshaun Watson's girlfriend, why would he do anything? I was like, dude, she don't find women every day, baby.
You right.
Unfortunately. Right. It's true.
Right.
Especially a person with that much money. Like that, they ain't no shock.
So let me ask you this. You think that his lawyer's press conference, do you think it harmed him or helped him?
So I haven't seen it. I heard something on the radio, so I haven't seen it yet. Wait, what's this press conference?
Go read the transcript of that mess.
Oh Lord.
It was bad. Like, I think it harmed him because this is obviously where they get into describing why he has massages.
I think I did see that.
And
yeah, I saw that.
The nature of the massages and the fact that these consensual things are common. And you just I'm like, you literally just gave the defense their case, because now it's specifically his word siding with their word, except for a little minor detail. And now you got 20-something women saying, okay, well, at least he said he was there. Like, at least he said it happened. So now we just got to prove, which there may or may not be text messages of him apologizing. And we all know a mission.
Yeah, because next time about he was going back to leading messages, or going back telling the women, hey, don't do this.
And so I'm on the fence of whether this is true or not, he needs to settle.
Yeah.
It will look bad, but at least you may not have to go to jail.
And you can save your career.
Right. Now, obviously, if he's guilty, then I think he should do some jail. A lot of jail time. 22 victims worth of jail time, if that is the case.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's innocent, then he needs to make this go away immediately, because with more time go by and more victims come forward, there's going to be a criminal case, and that's when all bets are off. Those text messages he deleted, they can get undeleted real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, we'll see what comes of that situation. I can't say we won't have to worry about him in our division no more, period. Whether he's with the Texans or not. Unfortunate circumstances, but pray and hope for the best. But on to some more positive news. The NFL is possibly taking off the numbers restriction of players. So we might see this again. Derrick Henry at number 2, like he did at Alabama instead of 22. Yeah. A.J. Brown with number 1 instead of number 11. We might be seeing it again. But Derrick Henry did say he would like to see the NFL. Hey, he was like, the number's cool now, but he wants to see the classic jerseys return.
Bring back that Oiler jersey. No, the Texans cannot have our jerseys. They belong to us.
That's why I had to bring this up, because I had realized what happened on I think it was Sunday morning. The smoke between Titans Twitter and Texans Twitter, and Amy Adams shrunk when they got on her talking about, like, nah, she moved the franchise and they give us our right foot stuff back, yada yada, man. Look here.
Like, okay, here's the funny part. Majority of those Texans fans don't even know the history of why the Titans left. We didn't leave because, we were better than Houston. We left because there was
build a new stadium. Yeah, and they didn't want to build a new stadium. They want to renovate. It was something. They want to renovate the old stadium or something. Kind of like how the Seattle lost the Supersonics.
Yes, the fans stopped showing up and everything. Like, I think it was a relationship that expired, and so, like most billionaires do, you take your business elsewhere. And it wasn't like he just chose Nashville all of a sudden. He spent his time in Memphis.
Yeah, heard about that.
It didn't work out.
I was young at that point. Well, they want. I think they were playing. The plan was them to go to Nashville. I think the reason Memphis didn't support them because they're like, oh, y'all not staying here. Y'all going to Nashville anyway. We better support y'all.
Too many Steelers fans. It was a Steelers Cowboys game every game.
Man, because I mean that's how Memphis is. Like, if you ours, we're gonna support. But if y'all just coming here for 1 or 2 years and y'all move to Nashville, I'll forget y'all.
And I agree.
I agree with that too. And I was young at that time, so a lot of Memphis people don't really care for the Titans for that reason. I was young. I didn't. When I first started watching, it was the first year they went to the Super Bowl. Steven Nurse became my favorite player. Since then, the rest is history. Yada yada with everything else with the Memphis Nashville rivalry.
Yeah. I've always watched them. I wasn't really rooting for them until I was in 97. It was a bad team at first. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it was nothing to root for. But once I found out, once they was like, okay, we coming to Tennessee, I'm like, okay, cool. We got a team. Well, let me root for them. And then 98 happened. We looked good. 99 happened. And I was like, okay, I ain't never looking back. Because, I was by default a Cowboys fan.
I knew you were about to say that.
Majority of my family was Cowboys fans. We not root for the Steelers in my mom or my aunt's house. If you liked your food that you had, you didn't root for them. No. Okay.
Crazy.
But now, it's Titans all the way.
Yeah, similar to me, that's how I became a Bulls fan. When I was a Bulls fan, my whole family was Bulls fans. Finally got older, got tired of their mess. Jim Butler got traded. I jumped in twos, which ironic, the Bulls playing the Grizzlies right now. So let's in there glancing at this game. But man, that's all I had. I did tweet out. They do have the numbers. Quarterbacks to choose between 1 and 19. Receivers 1 through 49 and 80 through 89. I better not see a receiver number 40 something. I better not see a running back number 80 something. Although we have seen it before with Ty Montgomery and Cordell Patterson. I guess, does he really count? I mean, he was in the backfield, but he really a receiver. But even Ty Montgomery, he was a receiver. He had to play running back because they ran out of running backs.
Yep.
So I better not see a starting running back wearing number 80. So, all right, come on. But everybody, I think wide receiver, running back, tight end, they could choose between 1 to 49 and 80 to 89. DBs 1 to 49.
Mm-hmm.
LBs 1 to 59 and 90 to 99. O linemen 50 to 79. D linemen 50 to 79 and 90 to 99. So I don't think it's officially approved yet, but it's more than likely about to get approved. So salute to NFL finally getting rid of that dumb rule, honestly.
I want the jersey back, man.
Yep.
I want the Oilers jersey back, and I feel like we can finally put that to bed because Houston has no claim to the Oilers franchise.
Right.
Like they lost that right. Just the same way, Baltimore can't be the Baltimore Colts. You can't have their jerseys. That franchise left, so it's no longer yours.
Did the Cleveland Browns leave? Did a new Cleveland Browns, or did they just?
I think they left to become Baltimore Ravens, or no? Where did they go?
That's what I'm trying to remember. I think they did. I'm thinking they did become Baltimore. Boy, it was the Baltimore. Yeah, Baltimore left and went to Indianapolis.
Yes, so maybe Cleveland went to Baltimore.
Then Cleveland went to Baltimore. Then they opened, kind of like how the Charlotte Hornets moved to New Orleans.
Yes.
Did they move to New Orleans? Yeah, they moved to New Orleans. Who moved to OKC? Seattle moved to OKC. Yeah, yep, Charlotte moved to New Orleans. Then they opened up a new Charlotte and got the Hornets back later after they were the Bobcats.
Yeah.
Interesting. That stuff get confusing after a while.
I just watched the Al Davis 30 for 30 with him in the NFL. That was the most confusing thing I've ever seen because I didn't know the Oakland Raiders moved that much. Like, they basically was flip-flopping for like 5 years. And in 2 of those years, they won a Super Bowl.
Exactly. That's crazy.
So there you go. Like, okay. And I guess, like, Oakland just never really put in the effort for them to stay. Yeah,
because they played at a damn baseball stadium.
Yeah.
The whole time.
That stadium is trash. Like,
right.
The same way as the Miami Dolphins stadium is trash.
I would never forget that Monday night game against the Steelers when that field was so terrible. The folks had punted the ball. That junk just stuck in the mud. I was like, bro. Just didn't bounce. The Steelers field get like that too. But I don't think that stadium's still pretty good. That field do get a little messy.
You never gonna. I don't know if they'll ever move from Hunt Stadium. But so in fact,
it was Heinz Field.
Yeah, what is it? Heinz Field?
Yeah.
Hunt side, is that the owner? Oh, that's the Chiefs. That's the Chiefs. But yeah, man.
They were here. Yeah, that's the Chiefs. Yeah, they were here stadium.
So
like Florida State.
I'm ready to see the LA Stadium though.
Oh yeah.
The Rams Stadium. Is it the Rams game? I think.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Titans take over LA. Coming to a stadium near y'all. As soon as the schedule come out, we figure out.
We could definitely win that game too.
It's Josh Reynolds' revenge game. But it does it for this podcast, man. I appreciate you coming back on. Trick or Trader, Dom.
Thanks for having me, bro. Always, man. You be out here doing your thing.
All right, no problem. Like I said, I will be back in the rotation in a couple of weeks, leading on the NFL draft. I'll be done with my project management class. That's the reason I recorded in a month. Been super busy. Still got class tomorrow and Thursday, 6 to 9. So crazy after work. Right.
I don't miss it.
I had to get the episode in. So see y'all next time for the final mock draft, probably with another guest. Remember, follow me at the _P Shark. Follow me at LBR Tighten Up with the podcast page. And follow it. Let's Be Real Media. LB Real Media. Where can they follow you at?
Twitter, Instagram, DomDiddy90. And yeah, like that's pretty much it. Again, man, I appreciate you for having me on, bro.
I am proud. Appreciate you coming on. But it does, y'all. Till next time, let's tighten up.